For the record, I'm almost at Grand Canyon. It's been anywhere between 38 and 46 degrees, and I've seen, I guess you'd call these, it's either sleet or really small hail. I think sleet has more rain, so I would call these like little flurries of hail. None of it's sticking to the ground really, though. It's not that cold. Obviously it's 45. But yeah, this has been an interesting drive to the Grand Canyon. There's some weather moving through here. I've seen a couple of snowplows headed in the other direction. So there's a good chance, if the weather gets freakishly weird, it would be really cool if I had to hole up in my car and I was snowed in and had to wait until somebody found my GPS signal and got me out. Fortunately, I'm not terribly worried about that because in the ice chest, as you'll see from the photos I posted, there are, I think I made 7 sandwiches, 5 peanut butter and jelly and 2 peanut butter and Nutella. Plus I've got a couple things of water and another Rehab Monster raspberry iced tea. This episode brought to you by Monster Rehab and the Chevy Volt.
Okay, everybody.
Shoot, some of it was sticking to the ground. I thought I was going to catch a shot. You can hear it. I don't know if it's big enough. I think it's picking up on the video. I think you can see it every once in a while. Crazy weather. Snow flurry. I just parked at the Grand Canyon Visitors Center. I'll be heading over that way in just a minute. As I get out of the car, there was a snow flurry. It's not cold enough to hit the ground. I'm currently wearing shorts. I'm going to switch into some jeans. I'm just going to put them on over the shorts. Don't worry. And then, yeah, we'll go check out the Grand Canyon. Also going to add a second coat. Doing a half day here, then probably heading down to Flagstaff to sleep. Never fast enough to the phone. This flurry was much heavier a moment ago. I think you can still pick it up though. So I'm gonna do a half day here. The ranger gave you like a map and a pamphlet for here's how much time I have, here's what you should do. So I'm gonna follow their suggestions. Half day, walk the rim trail for a mile, mile and a half, or ride the, no, I don't want to do the or ride. Grand Canyon Visitors Center in the Village. That trail is 2.5 miles and will take 1.5 hours. Then I can ride a shuttle back. There's a couple other suggestions. So here we go.
These guys went the car bike from New York to the Keys in April or May?
It was April. We froze all the way down.
No, it was actually hot.
Snow flurries. Ground squirrels. I geared up a little bit. Both coats, jeans, etc.
Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, baby. Wait. Oh, where's my Instagram? She's like caffeine. She's like caffeine.
Opportunist.
So I found myself wondering, there's been a recent rash of people falling into the canyon. Most of the scenic overlook points have this kind of railing, but between them, you go out to the edge. I'm not gonna. You could argue supernatural force pushing people off the edge of the canyon. But then you go into the amphitheater, and that's where I just was. But yeah, there's nothing there. That's the edge. Air's pretty thin up here. I'm getting winded fairly easily. More easily than I normally do. But yeah, I'm just gonna hike the rim trail for a while. It's easy, it's paved. Sedona was a bit more intense, but that's because Grand Canyon requires a little more investment of time if you want to hike down into the canyon, and more prep. And I'm not that avid a hiker just yet. Here's the rim trail. We are here. Can't see if I can see that, yeah. I came from over here in the visitor center parking lot, so haven't gone that far yet. And I'm gonna hike. I want to hike to one of these yellow spots where the tram will pick me up and take me back to the visitor center. So that's what I'm doing. I'll take the occasional shot, but you know, they're all just kind of the same. Big panorama of the canyon. Yeah, you've seen one, you've seen them all. I suppose if you're paying more attention to your camera than the side of the trail, you can just walk right off the edge once you're taking selfies or whatever. So I've taken enough. I'm going to be here for the rest of the time rather than being on camera. So, peace. See you on the flip side. That's where I'm standing. Figure if I were to fall from here, I'd be able to grab that tree before I went down that way. We're not talking about a sheer plunge to the bottom of the canyon, so contrary to popular opinion, I do not have a death wish, and in order to back that up, I'm not going to spin around to get a 360 here. I'll move the camera. Yay. Which means getting back to the canyon is unlikely. Even if it missed me, should have gotten a pretty cool shot. This is what the rim trail looks like. I mean, I did some flashes of it in a couple other videos, but it's right next to the edge of the canyon. So I'm walking the rim trail for a couple miles. Every once in a while, I'll get to a scenic point that I want to stop and take some pictures and some video and some panoramics. The wind picked up at my last stop, so that was a little interesting. It's funny, I think I come up with more horror movies than comedy ideas. I'll keep going. So yeah, I mean, I've probably got a list of about a dozen horror stories I could do, and they all kind of relate to role-playing groups, because when I was a kid, one of the groups of people I used to role-play with, it was a group that grew out of Comedy Sports Bakersfield, and we all played Chill, and that was a lot of fun. The first time I went to see The Resistance, the member of The Resistance who got to start with Bakersfield Comedy Sports played a character briefly. No, wait, he was the main character. It's like a revenge story, like a Charles Bronson Death Wishy kind of thing. And the character he played was an homage to the character he used to play when we played Chill. It's a character by the name of Devin Servon, and he was like the C-grade version of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Pull whatever you want from that. So the list of ideas I've come up with would make some good role-playing tables. Next time I get into that. That was a good game, that Chill game. Dr. Omid Beheshti. Devin Servon. God, I can't remember the other characters' names. Johnny played Ricky Wax, but I don't remember if he was Chill or if that was his Marvel character. I could probably ask Joel if he remembers what his character's name was. Probably doesn't. Or Brett, or Paul. Pat was Beheshti. Derek was Devin Servon. That was a good game. Good game. Those days, those times. Keep on trucking. Started there. Walked that trail. It's a couple miles. Not a big deal. To here, Pipe Creek Vista. It's another mile to South Kaibab Trailhead. But I think I might just catch the tram from here. That's where I am. And it's a little surreal that it's right next to the road. go. I got two. That's gonna be panoramic. It looks better here than it did. That's the view right there. I'm eating a sandwich. I'm going all Hitchcock up in this. Game of Thrones starts Sunday. It's no three-eyed raven, but there are three ravens in there. Third one's back in the bushes back there. He's hiding. There he is.